Hello children, today we are going to learn about how to find out gradient for a given line. See, if you have been given line equation as y is equal to 3x plus 2. So in this case, what we have to do is we need to match it with our standard line equation or linear equation, which is y is equal to mx plus c. So in this case, what we have to understand is if we try to match this m, it is going to match with this 3. So in that case, this m is equal to 3. And here, this m is denoting nothing but the gradient. So gradient for this equation of a line is 3. What about this constant value? This c. C is said to be y-intercept. It is said to be y-intercept, which is going to match with this 2. So here y-intercept is going to be 2. So from this equation of a line, we could find out what will be the gradient and what is the intercept. Same way, if graph is given to us, with the help of that graph also you can easily find out what is the gradient and what is the y-intercept. So in next slide, what we will do is we will find out the gradient and y-intercept for the given graph. For example, if we have this as y-axis, this is our y-axis, this is our x-axis. Okay, so here x-axis and y-axis, they both are going to intersect at this point of origin, or you can say O00. Its coordinates will be O00. If I plot it as 1, 2, 3 and 4, same way on left hand side we will be putting -1, -2, -3 and -4. Here we are putting it as 1. So children, here we have taken one of the example. Now suppose I have a line which is passing through this coordinates. I have a line which is passing through this points, say this way. You can take any of this coordinates. So here this is my line which is passing through this 2 points over here. You can see it is present on y-axis and it is intersecting at 2. Here it is on x-axis also, it is intersecting at 2. Okay, so if I have to find gradient for this, so you can select any of the point. Okay, suppose here this is having coordinates, this will have coordinates 0, 2. We need to remember one thing: any point which is lying on y-axis, its x coordinate is going to remain 0, while any point which is lying on x-axis, its y coordinate will be 0. Again, I am repeating, any point which is lying on y-axis, its x coordinate will be 0, and a point which is lying on x-axis, its y coordinate will be 0. So here this is 2, 0. Okay, so this line has been given to us. If you want to find out the gradient for this, so you can see here formula for this gradient is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. You can denote this gradient as m. So which one is x1 and which one is x2? Which one is y1 and which one is y2? You can take any of that. Suppose this one is x1 and this is y1. Here it is x2 and y2. So y2 minus y1. So what is y2 over here? You will say 0. What is y1 over here? You will say 2. So 0 minus 2. Now, what is x2 here? x2 is 2 minus, what is x1? It is 0. So your gradient m is going to be minus 2 upon 2, which is going to give you 1. So minus 1 is your gradient. Minus 1 is your gradient. Now one more thing we can understand with this y-intercept. What do you mean by y-intercept? Your line, this line, wherever it is intersecting on y-axis, that is said to be y-intercept. You can see here, your line is intersecting at point 2. So you can say here y-intercept for this line is y-intercept for this line, you can denote it as C is equal to 2. So if you want to write an equation for this, your equation would be y is equal to mx plus c. So accordingly, if we substitute all this value, it will be y is equal to m is minus 1, so minus 1x, this c is 2, so plus 2. So in previous slide, what we saw, with the help of an equation you can find out gradient as well as intercept. Similarly, with the help of graph also you can easily find out gradient and y-intercept. Okay. In next class we will be taking many more examples related to this. Okay.